Well, all right, welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here in the world famous As It Should Be Studios. And today, well, I'm going to be doing a track versus track. A little late. I'm a little late with my Monday video, aren't I? I don't even know. And for all I know, it might turn into a Tuesday video, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, today I thought I would do... I haven't done a Monkees related video in a while. It's been a while since I've done a Monkees track versus track, and I thought it'd be fun to do the two 1969 albums. The two 69 trio albums, Instant Replay versus Monkees Present. Yeah, I have the records for these. I don't have them here. I have them in the world famous As It Should Be archives, but I do have these sprawling super deluxe sets of each, so that's what I'm showing. Yeah, you know those sets where they have way more bonus tracks than you're ever going to listen to. You know, the 1969 mono mix, the 1970 mono mix, the 1996 mono mix, the 2002 mono mix. Yeah, it's all in here. It's all in here. But yeah, so I'm going to be putting these albums against one another, track versus track, and I, of course, have ranked the tracks, so that is the order in which they're going to be going up against one another, and there are 12 tracks per album. And yeah, this is probably going to be a little bit more of a... this probably isn't for, like, your average Monkees fan. I feel like you go into Monkees... comment threads for anything that's posted either officially by the Monkees or Monkees fan pages, whatever, and there's always like 15 if it's a 1969 thing with the three of them, there's always like 15 comments, people going, "Where's Peter?" If you're a "Where's Peter" person, then this video is probably not for you. But all the rest of you, let's get started. All right. Get the tally sheet going. Instant Replay presents. All right, so coming in number 12 on Instant Replay, I have Shorty Blackwell, which actually is the 12th track on the album in its proper order. That's the final track on the record. You know, I have never liked this track. I probably like it more than I ever have, which is not much. When I first got this record, I first got this record when Rhino put out the reissue on vinyl in the mid-'80s, because it wasn't so easy to find an original Cold Gems copy of it back then. I never saw it, so I got the reissue when Rhino put it out, and this song was just like... I couldn't deal with it. Even now, I kind of get it a little bit more now than ever, but there are just certain sections of it that are just, it's just sort of this epic Mickey Dolenz sort of track of insanity. The thing that makes me like it more now than I ever have, and this is something that was lost on me back in the day, is that the vocal is between Mickey and his sister Coco. And I didn't, their voices are so similar that when I was younger, I always thought it was just a double-tracked Mickey vocal. But no, it's Mickey and his sister singing together and doubling each other and harmonizing and things and going back and forth. And I really like that. Like, they sound really great together. So that aspect of the track I really like. But when you get into, like, the really just way out shit later on in the track, I'm like, well, it's just kind of goofy and hokey to me. And so... yeah, anyway, so I have it at number 12. That's a long description of having that song at number 12. But that goes up against the track I have at number 12 on Monkees Present, which is Ladies Aid Society. Ugh. Ladies Aid Society is arguably the worst Monkees track of all time. Period. That's including the 80s shit. Yeah, Ladies Aid Society. That's the opening track on side 2 of that album, and that track is abominable. Shorty Blackwell takes that effortlessly. And I don't even really like Shorty Blackwell. Yeah. Now, Monkees Present, I should have mentioned this at the top of this episode, or this video, is one of the first 2 Monkees albums I ever heard. Yeah. Well... when I was a kid, my Aunt Vivian had, well, I don't know if it was Vivian. It was at my Grandma Bertolino's house, and I had some young aunts and uncles who lived there still because they were like in junior high. And there were 2 Monkees albums in the house. There was Headquarters and there was Present. And yeah, Present was a huge head scratcher for me at the time because, of course, as a kid, I was going, "Where's Peter?" But even just musically, the direction they were in was just like, wow, I don't get this. Probably if I'd heard those same tracks on episodes, I probably would have suddenly gotten it, but Anyway, so let's move on. I guess I'm in a babbly mood here. What I have at number 11 on Instant Replay is While I Cry. Yeah, that's a Nesmith track. Perfectly good track. I really don't love this track. I think a lot of people really, really love this one, and it's certainly a good song. I've never really been into it. There's something about it that I find a little drony and depressing, and just, yeah, I just don't like it much. Even though I love Mike, Mickey and Mike are my 2 favorite Monkees, but yeah, Mike's not quite hitting the mark for me on this track. But anyway, so coming in number 11 on Present is Pillow Time. Yeah, Pillow Time. Now that is a Mickey track. That's the track or a song that his mom wrote, right? Yeah, his mom wrote that way back. I think probably when he and Coco were kids, right? And he actually demoed this track for the Headquarters sessions. If you get, there was a Brino handmade 4-disc set of Monkees Headquarters sessions, and there's a track on there of Mickey with a zither doing a demo of Pillow Time. So it was under consideration, I think, even that far back, or he was messing with it that far back. I never really rated that track that high. It's I don't know. There's something about it. I never really liked the song. Yeah, I don't like it that much. I'm trying to come up with an articulate way to explain why I don't like it. I don't like it. I liked it a lot less when I was younger than I do now, but even now, it's not a favorite. Anyway, so While I Cry versus Pillow Time. While I Cry versus Pillow Time. That's a little tough because I really don't hate both these tracks. They're both just sitting in that spot where I'm just kind of like, eh. But I'm going to go with Mike. I'm going to give that to Mike. I'm going to give that to While I Cry. Yeah. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. But okay, it's coming to number 10 on Instant Replay. Just a Game. That is a Mickey penned song, and not a terribly strong one. I like it a little bit more than While I Cry. Honestly, if I had just kind of done this list without really thinking about the tracks or even going back and giving a listen to some of them, I might have put While I Cry above Just a Game. But Just a Game, I think I like a little bit more now than I used to. But that's going up against what I have at number 10 on Present, which is Never Tell a Woman Yes, which I've always found just rambling and just... yeah, it's like he's trying to do Dylan, but he is not hitting the mark. Sorry, Nez. Nez is he was a great songwriter, but he can't do Dylan. I'm sorry, he can't do Dylan. So I'm going to give that to Mickey. Wow, Instant Replay's got 3 and Present has 0 so far. All right, so coming in at number 9 on Instant Replay, I have Don't Listen to Linda, which is your standard Davy fare. That's the second track on the album, right? Yeah, it's pretty standard Davy stuff. I think that's one of the tracks that they had originally worked on for Birds and Bees. And it's okay. It's I don't love that track, but that's a pretty decent Davy balladish kind of pop track. Going up against what I have at number 9 on Present, which is Oklahoma Backroom Dancer. Mike track. Love it. Yeah, Oklahoma Backroom Dancer is absolutely great, and I am giving that to that one. So Present gets one. Yeah, Oklahoma Backroom Dancer is kind of like Mike. This is one of those really early sort of country rock tracks. Mike kind of invented country rock, and this is like a just straight up 70s country rock. Kind of starts here. And I'm into it. All right, so coming in at number 8 on Instant Replay is Through the Looking Glass, which is the opening track on Instant Replay, and that's something they had recorded way back around more of the Monkees period, right? That's a Voice and Heart song, kind of one of their weird, quirky tracks, and that goes up against what I have at track number 8 on Present, which is Little Girl, which is the opening track on that album, and that is a Mickey pen track. Both Mickey sung, by the way, these tracks. I'm going to go with Little Girl on that. Yeah. I think back when way back when, if you'd asked me 20 or 30 years ago or more, I would have given that just Through the Looking Glass, but Little Girl grows on me a little bit more over time, and that gets it. All right, so Present is starting to creep up now. Okay. All right, so number 7. Coming number 7 on Instant Replay is Don't Wait For Me. Yeah, one of Mike's straight-up country tracks. Like, this is a country song. It's not country rock. It's not Americana or any of that BS. This is country. And that goes up against what I have at number 7 on Present, which is Looking for the Good Times, a great early Davy track. This is an outtake from the early days, from one of the first couple albums when Kirshner was still involved. And I'm going to give it to that. I'm going to go with that Davy track. It's kind of a good some good rockin' early Davy from the vault that they threw onto this record. And yeah, it's another tied. Okay. Wet the whistle. All right, let's go for number 6. Number 6 on Instant Replay, I have Teardrop City. Yeah, that was that was the single. It wasn't a big single, it was a single from this album. And it's also an early outtake from around the first couple album period. Actually, the first album period. It's basically a rewrite of Clarksville. It's, Clarksville, a B, possibly even C level version of Clarksville. And going up against that is number 6 on Present, which is Bye Bye Baby Bye Bye. Mickey pen track that I give it to that. Yeah, I give that to Mickey on Bye Bye Baby Bye Bye easily. Yeah, then that's another one where if you'd asked me years ago, I would have gone the other way around. But now, Bye Bye Baby Bye Bye. Okay, coming number 5 on Instant Replay is The Girl I Left Behind Me. Yeah, really great Davy ballad. I'm going back the same way I came in, if I can sing it correctly. Yeah, I really like that one. And number 5 on Present, I have Good Clean Fun. Yeah, a single from this album. Great Mike country. Yeah, I mean, it's country, but I feel like it's maybe a little alt country, maybe. It's a country track. Mike, Good Clean Fun, great track. Ooh, this is a little tough, actually. I really like both these tracks. I'm going out the same way I came in. There's a smile on the wind that touches my face. Oof. I think a lot of people would choose Mike on this. And you wouldn't be wrong. You would not be wrong. This is kind of neck and neck. Oof. I'm going to go Davy. I'm going to go Davy on this. Yeah, I'm going to go Girl Left Behind Me, which brings it to a tie. But man, I'm telling you, I'm just barely choosing it over Good Clean Fun. Okay, all right, so coming number 4 on Instant Replay is You and I. Yeah, You and I, total Monkees acid rock with Neil Young on lead guitar. Yeah, and Neil plays lead. He plays a really, distinctly that Buffalo Springfield sort of fuzz tone Neil stuff all over this track. And that goes up against what I have at number 4 on Present, which is Mommy and Daddy. Ooh, one of Mickey's songs from this. Ooh, man. Ooh. Man, that's kind of tough. I really love Mommy and Daddy. Really great. Pretty kind of progressive sort of countercultural lyrics for a Monkees track. But you know what, man? I'm going with Davey on that. I'm going with You and I. You and I prefer, not by much, but I'm going to take Davey. Okay. All right. So number 3 on Instant Replay, Me Without You. Another great Davey track that I really like. And that goes up against what I have at number 3 on Present, which is If I Knew, which is a great Davey track that I really love. Now, that's the thing about these albums. Generally, you know, Davey is not... Like I said, Mickey and Mike are my 2 favorite Monkees. Davey is a distant third for me. You know, Davey's great, love Davey, but I just don't even put him even close to Mickey and Mike, generally. But he's the MVP, man. He is the, for me, he's the star of the show on both of these albums. My favorite tracks on these, for the most part, are his tracks. And yeah, Me Without You, great. If I Knew, oh man. Yeah, I have to go with If I Knew. If I Knew. Yeah. Love that one. That is a deep, dark horse of a track. If you haven't heard this record, fantastic Davey track. Okay. So where are we? We are at number 2. Coming to number 2 on Instant Replay. I Won't Be the Same Without Her. A Mike track. An early Mike track. Another one of those first, I think maybe around the first album, outtake. Mike. Ooh, man. What a track. What a track. I love the hell out of this track. And that goes up against, and that's a Carole King. You know, that's a Goffin and Keane song that Mike is covering. And whew, boy, it's a good one. Coming number 2 on Present, though, which is going up against, is Listen to the Band, which is also a Mike track, but this is a Mike Penn track. Ooh. Man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. That is tough. But I know what I'm going to choose. I think this probably wouldn't be the popular choice, maybe. But I'm going I Won't Be the Same Without Her. Yeah, over Listen to the Band. Yeah, both great tracks, but I actually like Mike doing that Carole King song just a little bit more. Yeah, I've always loved that one. All right, Instant Replay's in the lead. And that brings us to my number 1 for each album. My number 1 for Instant Replay is A Man Without a Dream. Oh, man. I love it. I love that track. Yeah, I love that totally poppy, horn-laden Davey track over any of the cool Mike tracks on this. Absolutely. Love it. And that goes up against my number 1 favorite on Present, which is French Song. Oh, man. Yeah, Davey sung track written by Bill Chadwick. Oh, my God. That is really tough because I love both of these. French Song is another one of those. Dark horse. Amazing Davey tracks. I mean, if I was going to just rank just Davey's songs on all the Monkees albums, ooh, this would rank really, really high. Really high. Possibly at number 2. But, yeah, Man Without a Dream versus French Song. Well, I guess in a way what I just said kind of gives me an idea of how I want to go with this, because my number 1 would not be A Man Without a Dream if I ranked only the Davey tracks of the entire catalog. Oh, fuck, this is hard, though. These are all maybes, so I gotta really think about this. A Man Without a Dream versus French Song is really treacherous. Really treacherous. Oh, fuck. Wow. Okay, look. Really, these are tied. I really love both these songs. But I'm gonna go French Song. I think. Barely, by a hair. Maybe if you ask me tomorrow, it will be different. But right now, I'm going with French Song. Yeah, God, that was hard. Okay. But you know what that means? That means it's a tie. That means these 2 albums have tied. Yeah. Yeah, so there you go. These albums are both pretty, you know, kind of a roller coaster ride. You know, some songs that I really don't like much and some songs that I absolutely love. And some choices for inclusion that I find head scratchers, because they had a lot of really great songs in the can that were so much better than some of the songs. Like Present. Ladies Aid Society, come on, people, why did that make the album? I mean, it wasn't even a new song. It was a vault, an old shitty vault track that was written by Boyce and Hart. There was no reason that needed to be on there. Davey had such better songs in the can at this time that they could have put on this record over that. So there's some head scratcher choices that they made in putting these records together, but man, there's some really, really amazing stuff. There you go. So there you go. That's my track versus track of Instant Replay and Monkees Present, the Monkees 69, the trio, the Where's Peter era. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, maybe consider subscribing. If you do, click the little bell for notifications. But come back this Thursday, because Crystal Durant and Tommy Von Voigt are going to be back here in the world famous As It Should Be Studios, and we're going to be ranking the Aerosmith albums. Yeah, the whole catalog. None of this just doing the 70s or anything crap. We're going all the way through for the entire catalog. So come back for that. And see you soon, I hope. Okay. Alright. Get your hair out of your collar there. It's a constant struggle. Okay. Get your hair cut, hippie, or they won't let you in Disneyland. Okay, alright. Well, all right.